Hi guys, Daz here, and for the second attempt I'm going to try and film this. I'd nearly finished it just a few minutes ago and then the cat invaded and it all went kaput, so much for that. Let's try again. This is Dazzie's Comic Book Haul episode 53, and the reason I'm filming this is because a couple of days ago I received an AOK from a gentleman by the name of Paul Nicholls, who I've become quite friendly with on the forums, and he is from Australia, and he has sent me 4 books. I have no idea what they are, so I'm going to unveil them or reveal them in a minute, and I'm quite excited to see what they are. Your guess is as good as mine. But I've picked up several books during the last week and a half to 2 weeks. Nothing major, because I'm still recovering from my last comic book haul, which was pretty epic, probably my best ever actually. And going forwards, I'm changing my style of collecting. I'm not going to be collecting these new books anymore. I refuse point blank to be paying £5 plus for a new book that probably won't have any value going down the line. Some of them are even £9.99 in my LCS. It's just insanity. DC and Marvel, what are you doing? Even some of the indie books coming out now are getting silly. It's pretty much only Image that are staying the same. So congrats to you. But when you think you can put that money towards a good Bronze or Silver Age book, that's what I'm doing going forwards. At the start of the year, I've made a 9-book Grail list for the year. I picked up one of them already, which was Amazing Spider-Man 50, First Kingpin. Now, a few weeks ago, I paid about £50 for it on New Comic Book Day, including bagging and boards. But I came away feeling quite depressed by it all. Yet you pick up a Silver Age beauty like Kingpin for 50 quid, and you are buzzing and dancing. So that's what I'm doing going forwards. Silver and Bronze, and my hot comic book alerts I'll always pick up if I can for a cheap price. But that's it. Job done with the rest of the new books for me going forwards. I've pre-ordered some on Forbidden Planet. They will still come in, but I'm pretty sick of that company too, because I keep arriving in bad condition, spine ticks galore, bent corners. Not I'm in anymore. All right, that's my gripe. Let's get into the books. I forgot to show this when I was at the Cheltenham True Believers Comic Con a couple of weeks ago. Guys, if you live in the UK in particular, and you can get to that one next year, I've been talking to a lot of UK YouTubers, and they're going to be hopefully joining me next year. It is the best. It's not a gigantic event, but it is comic based, and they do a lot of great comics. Check out Comic Haul 52 if you don't believe me, to see my books. Fantastic and cheap prices. But then you were giving this away. This is Comic Scene, the January edition. This has got a £5.99 price point. So for that, I can't really knock it. Great free giveaway, I thought. I'm not going to pay £5.99 ever for a kind of preview book, but it's a nice thick book. It gives a lot of info, not just on previews, but on artists and so forth. Good stuff. Talking of free previews, picked up a couple of these. One for me and one for Uncanny Ethan. Who knows, if we ever meet any of the Captain Marvel cast, and there's every chance of that, get these signed. Would look pretty cool on the cover, I think. Just a lot of Captain Marvel cartoons and comic strips in there, I think. Okay, on to the books I've actually paid for. And like I say, this is a book I nearly paid, I paid £4.75 for, and I'm just sick of it. But this is Teen Titans Annual 1. The reason I picked this up is because of the Teen Titans Go cartoon. Because this is the first appearance of Joystick in DC continuity from the Teen Titans Go universe. So she appeared in the animated show, I believe, and her first appearance actually was in Teen Titans Go issue 41 from May of 2007. Good on you, Image. I made a hot comic book alert on Spawn 293, the black and white error variant. Went looking for it, of course, no joy, which I'm a bit gutted about because I love my error books. But I did find the Matina variant, And this is Spawn 293, the first appearance of a new villain for Spawn called Godsend. Got it for cover price. It's heating up a bit, I think, just because of the error variant. But yeah, happy to add Godsend. Looking forward to the film if it ever happens, because it's on and off a little bit with that, isn't it? The Jamie Foxx Spawn movie. Whilst there at the Proud Lion in Cheltenham, went through the 50p bins. If I don't do runs on books, but if I ever find Jessica Jones related books for a cheap price, I will fill in my runs. And this is just a Jessica Jones issue 17, and it is the Return of the Purple Man. And if you know me, my favourite villain is the Purple Man. I actually want to buy a Daredevil issue 4 from the first series this year. I have Marvel Super Heroes, I think, reprint issue 32 could be. The reprinted first appearance of the Purple Man. Absolutely love David Tennant in the Jessica Jones show. So anything Jessica Jones or Purple Man, I'm all over it. This is a nice regular David Mack cover. Hopefully, I've got quite a few of that run now, so hopefully I'll put that together along with my alias. I got the first Purple Girl. I think she appears in a... is it? Alpha Squad. Alpha Flight. That's what she appears in. Yeah, one of the Alpha Flights. Another 50p find. This was a book. I picked up the regular cover early last year, close on 10 quid, because it was very hot at the time. This is a book that has been optioned. This is the variant, issue 1 to black for 50p. Why not? This is the premiere issue of a 6-part limited series that explores a world where only black people have superpowers. And there is a film adaptation in the works by Studio 8. Bit of a strange concept, but it's going to be a film, and I collect all optioned books. Charity shops have really run dry for me at the moment, which is terribly disappointing. I've had some tremendous finds last year, you know, like the first Deathstroke for £1.50, I think. But hopefully they'll come again. They seem to come in waves, don't they? You go like 3 or 4 weeks without nothing, and then you find some good books. This is at a shop. I found the Batman issue 1 for £1, New 52. This is Flashpoint issue 3 for £1. I got issues 1 to 4 now for £1. Just a nice run to put together. So I don't mind putting in mini-series together if they're going to make something out of it. And of course, we're getting the Ezra Miller Flashpoint movie at some point. It has been confirmed. Just missing issue 5 now. The set of 5 goes for over 100 now. Issue 1 I found as well there, Flashpoint number 1 for £1. That's a £25 book. So good stuff on the Flashpoint. Up next is a book I didn't even know I ordered. I've got issue 1. There was 2. I got the regular and the limited variant. I can't remember who the artist was on it, but this is from Source Point Press. Never in a million years would I've ordered this if I knew what I was doing. This is Monstrous, issue 3. This was from a place in space on eBay. How this got into my basket, Lord only knows. Could be the cat again. It won't be a keeper. I didn't enjoy issue 1, but like I say, the limited was down to about 2,500 copies, I think. The limited edition. So yeah, look out for that limited Monstrous 1. Up next is another one from Forbidden Planet. Is a book that I really enjoy from Vault Comics. I've only read issue 1, and there's only 3 issues at the moment, but I've got all 3, and I've got the first and second print of issue 1, and now I have issue 1, the third print. These Savage Shores. What a fantastic story, guys. Can't speak highly enough about this one. Basically, it's a vampire tale. Vampires causing a bit of mayhem in one of the countries, and then he goes out onto an island and thinks he's going to be have a field day out there and keep under the radar. But there's even more scary vampires and demons out there, so he's got his work cut out to be the number 1. Reminds me a lot of Interview with a Vampire. Great stuff. The title is really hot at the moment, and rightly so. That's a great story. This was another book that was very, very hot. Another book that's come from Forbidden Planet. Issue 1 was on fire. I ended up picking it up for about 10 quid. But I picked up the second print now. This is from Scout Comics. This is The Source. What did I pay for this? Again, £4.60, which you can't be happy about with a new book with postage. So, like I said, I've got pre-orders on Forbidden Planet. When they run out, that's it. No more. Job done. But I read The Source. It had a lot of positive feedback, but I didn't enjoy the storyline much. Nice art, don't get me wrong. The art's good, but not fun. I just spoke about These Savage Shores. This book just arrived literally moments ago. And this cover in particular is on fire. This is a £15 book. This is, again, Folk Comics, These Savage Shores, issue number 3. It's not often you get a second or a third issue that goes for more than number 1, but that is the case with this at the moment. I think These Savage Shores number 1 is about a £10 book. Like I say, currently at 15 to 20 with These Savage Shores issue 3. Okay, on to some back issues. Been to the car boot most days and went today. Nothing. Not a sausage. This one guy had a ton of comics about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were pretty ratty. You're probably talking a 6 at the best of grades. £5 a comic, no matter what it was. Tony wouldn't have been happy. Tone wasn't there, my pound master. I saw Tony actually at the con the other day. Yeah, he was stocking up on 60B comics. He's a businessman, knows his stuff. Give me a phone call. Dazzie, give me some info. Like I say, most people have like J-Lo or I don't know, Robert Downey Jr. on speed dial, you know, out in America. Not me. I've got the real celebrity. I've got Carboot Tony. What more do you need than that? I'm going to make another video with him soon. But, like I said, I paid £5 for this. I'm not sure it was a good buy. It's a reprint after all. But from Titan Comics, not DC, I have Batman The Killing Joke. Now, it says it's the first Titan edition. It is a 3rd printing. Prestige format. But I've looked online and there's only one at the moment on eBay. And it is going for £40 plus 5 for shipping, so 45. I've seen others in the £25 range. So, £5, not happy with the price. But if I was to sell it, I think I could make a profit. And a little tidy one at that. It's just nice to have The Killing Joke. I've got the hardcover of The Killing Joke. But now we have, like I say, a prestige format from Titan. Eventually I would like to pick up the DC Titan Comics. DC Titan Comics. DC The Killing Jokes issues. I remember at a con a year or 2 back, I picked out Batman Beyond for £2, and I swear somebody picked up The Killing Joke from the same box just before I got there. Wasn't happy. Onto a few hot comic book alerts, because what would I be without my alerts? There's news waits for no man. And this is Batwoman issue 32. Now I've been in talks again with Key Collectors app. Apologise for not putting a couple of books up I sent him, but he's been moving house. But I've just sent him a couple of more, and he stuck one up the other day that I know about. Howard the Duck issue 15, the first Dr. Bong, who's going to be the villain in the upcoming adult animated Howard the Duck series. I also sent him details on this one, and this one's going to be going up on the app at some point. This is Batwoman 32. This is New 52, and this is the first appearance of Sophie Moore. Now, Sophie Moore is going to be appearing in the upcoming Batwoman show on the CW. Of course, Batwoman is Ruby Rose, and Batwoman is a lesbian in the comics, and Sophie Moore is going to be her love interest. So there you have it. Picked it up nice and cheap. What did I pay? £2.25. Nice copy too. You know, a lot of these CW TV specs, they don't amount to much. You can maybe flip them quick and make them a few bucks, but I'm just one of those that likes to have TV characters in my collection. That is what I like to read about. their origins and where they came from first. Yeah, so looking forward to reading that and all of the CW appearances that I've got. This was another book that I made a hot book alert about. I made a hot book alert about the upcoming Stargirl show on the DC streaming service. This is Infinity Inc. issue 20. Now this one had a sticker on it. I thought I could get it off, but it still represents. It's got made a tiny little mark there, but I can't moan really. See there. I'll upgrade it hopefully at some point. But this, I've seen this book online now for about 20. And what did I pay? Because it had a sticker, £2.19. They could do with a press. This is the first appearance of Rick Tyler. Now, in the Stargirl TV show, Hourman is going to be appearing in it. But the Hourman is a Golden Age book. Very, very few people could afford that. So this is first appearance of Rick Tyler, who becomes the second Hourman. The second Hourman. Yeah, it's also the destruction of Earth 2 in this book. And it's a Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. Of course, we're getting a CW Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. 2 books left that I've picked up, and starting with this one. Now, I've used this site that they put up key issues, but they say do have defects. Now, I'm not going to be slabbing a ton of books. They're just for PC. But if I can get a book for, say, what did I pay for this? £2.40 instead of paying like 10 to 20 quid, and it's got a little bit of something wrong with it, I'm going to pick it up. No, sometimes the damage is minuscule. But this is from Image Comics, Huck, issue 1. This is the Raphael Albuquerque Field of Dreams homage cover variant. Now, this is basically a 6-issue limited series about a man who lives a simple life of using his unique powers to perform good deeds, but his life changes when a new neighbour alerts him to the media. Now, the reason I picked this up, like I said, for £2.40, is there is going to be a Huck movie. A Huck movie has been optioned. Very, very recently it was optioned. The screenplay is being written by Theodore Melfi. And that was in January. So, yeah, look out for Huck. The book is hot on eBay right now. And another of my most recent hot comic book alerts, again, that same site, Damaged Book. What's the grade have I given this? Probably about a 6.5, 7. What did I pay? £4.49. This is a £15 to £25 book all day long at the moment. It's currently in the CBSI top 10. And I should say no more. I will just show it. This is from Abstract Studios. It's a black and white comic inside. That's all I know about it, really. This is Terry Moore's Motor Girl. Motor Girl. I do like that cover, though. Nice colours. And there is going to be... this is a 10-issue series about a veteran operating an auto shop that is frequently visited by aliens. And the reason I picked this up, this is going to be a TV show. Yeah, it's been optioned just a week or two ago. There is a TV pilot being written by Terry Moore himself. Like I say, in the top 10, and it is a hot book. Motor Girl. Okay, so that's my books. That's, see, short and sweet. I haven't picked up many because I'm saving pennies. Carl also had an MOT. One of them weeks, you know, when you don't want to put yourself out there too much. A couple of Supermans here. Look, that's a good one. That's Old Man Superman. I'm always picking these up for my youngest boy, Zach. But it's for me as much as him. I love these little characters. This is our recent one. Look at that one. Lex Luthor, Superman. Brilliant. Quality. Only £3 for that. Okay, so I'm glad you've stayed with me, guys. I've taken it out of the envelope. Nicely packaged. But like this. Like I say, Paul Nicholls really knows his books. Australian collector. Good guy. Watches my videos. Always positive comments. I have no idea what these books are. I'm kind of excited to see what we got. Let's have a look. Revolution, Transformers, IDW. Oh, is that a book on the other side? Two? Is that 2 books? Or is it say in a... I don't know. Let's have a look. I think it's the back cover. We have Revolution, Transformers, and IDW one-shot. Yeah. Know very little about it. Very cool though. Thank you, mate. That's a cool book. Transformers. I don't think I have a Transformers book. I know my friend Comic Vantage Lewis loves Transformers. Thanks, mate. That's number 1. What else we got? It's Transformers Revolutionaries this time. What we got? Oh, we have not Transformers, Revolutionaries. This is Pop Culture Zing. IDW again. I know very little about these books. As soon as I come away from here, I'm going to do a bit of research like I always do. Not sure if these are Australian variants or what, mate. Up next. We have Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures, Pop Culture Zing, Nickelodeon. Nice crossover. I like a crossover book. Is that signed? Looks like there's a signature on this one. No idea who it is. Is it Samariva? I think that's the name of there. Samariva. It looks like that, doesn't it? Wow, signed book. Very nice. Thanks, mate. And finally, we are getting Star Wars. Let's have a look. Gently does it. Are these Australian variants? These Pop Culture Zings? Because I don't know. Never seen these Pop Culture Zings before. Star Wars, The Storms of Crate. Nice stuff, mate. Thank you very much. So that's my books from Paul Nicholls. Star Wars, Batman, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Revolutionaries. That one's signed. Revolutionaries. And Revolution Transformers. That's my haul. Thank you so much, Paul. That means a lot. Hope you've enjoyed that, guys. Thank you so much. Like I say, I've had a little burst of subs of late. I'm up to 631, which is insane. 631. Thank you so much. If you like what you see, please subscribe, ding the bell, all that jazz, share, like. It means a lot. Take care, guys. That's Daz over and out. Bye for now.